And why did a Nazi soldier hug a Jewish boy in occupied Paris? That question, that impossible irrational moment, shaped the mind of a man who would prove that none of us think the way we believe we do. Daniel Kahneman was born in Tel Aviv in 1934, but grew up in Paris. When the Nazis occupied France, his Jewish family went into hiding. One night, the boy was caught past curfew by an SS soldier. What should have been a death sentence became something inexplicable. The soldier embraced him, showed him a photo of his own son, gave him money, and let him go. No rational model could account for it. His family survived and moved to the new state of Israel. Kahneman studied psychology at Hebrew University, then served in the Israeli military evaluating officer candidates. There, he discovered that his confident predictions about which soldiers would make good leaders were no better than chance. He felt certain he was right, yet the data said otherwise. That gap between confidence and accuracy became the preoccupation of his career. In 1969, Kahneman met the charismatic Amos Tversky at Hebrew University. Over the next decade, they ran experiments that dismantled the foundational assumption of economics, that humans are rational. They showed people feel losses twice as sharply as equivalent gains, that judgments warp around arbitrary anchoring numbers, and that probability estimates follow not logic, but the ease with which examples come to mind. These were not random errors, but consistent patterns in the architecture of human cognition. Their 1979 paper, Prospect Theory, struck at the foundations of classical economics. The models that had dominated the field for 2 centuries rested on a single assumption, that humans are rational agents making optimal choices. 2 psychologists from Jerusalem had shown with rigorous experimental evidence that the assumption was fiction. The resistance from economists was fierce. Careers had been built on rational choice theory. Entire departments rejected the findings. But the data was unassailable, and slowly the field began to shift beneath their feet. In 1996, Tversky died of cancer at 59. 6 years later, the Nobel Committee awarded the Economics Prize to Kahneman, a psychologist. He said publicly that Amos should have stood beside him. In 2011, he published Thinking, Fast and Slow, introducing millions to System 1, Fast and Intuitive, and System 2, Slow and Deliberate. The book became a global phenomenon. Kahneman died in March 2024 at 90. Every government nudge program, every financial model built around irrational behavior traces back to Kahneman and Tversky. A boy who survived the Holocaust spent 60 years proving that human beings are far less rational than they believe.